I wanted to make a video on how to have fun in the classroom. And as a teacher, I wanted to be a kind of a fun teacher and have fun during the day. And I was so unimpressed with the advice that you see online on this topic, I thought I'd make a video showing how to let your kids have more fun during class and how to have more fun as a teacher. So none of this advice is going to be like include technology or relate the classwork to the kids stuff. That stuff's too basic. I want to share specific ways that kids can have fun while in your classroom. So here we go. Number one, play walking up front music. This one is my absolute favorite. Kids are bored just like I'm bored on the days when they're presenting projects. And instead of falling asleep, what I'm doing is I'm playing stuff like the Imperial March or Indiana Jones or the Final Countdown. And as they walk up front getting set up, they hear this epic theme song, and it's just so much fun to have those things going in your classroom. You'll see that there is a playlist below, but because a lot of the songs are copyright, they get removed. What you can do is use the ideas out of that playlist and search up the songs themselves. It's a blast to play those things while your kids are coming into the classroom. Number two, start your class with fun videos. Now, I hand out my name cards at the beginning of each class. It takes a few minutes, and instead of letting kids just be squirrely, what I used to have was a folder of fun little video clips and pictures, and we'd go through a few of them. I would give a kid in my classroom a wireless mouse, and I'd be able to chat with someone, greet with them. We could laugh about what's going on the screen in those first 2 minutes that class is starting. Even before class started, you could, before the bell rings, be discussing things with kids and letting kids see your sense of humor instead of being serious, always about the content all the time. It's better than nothing. Number three, have silly seating options in your classroom. You got to set ground rules, like, if you have an old recliner in your classroom, you have to say one person in it, and if you fight over it, you're both out. But once you set the ground rules, kids have a lot of fun choosing their seats. I have an old exercise bike that's behind a table. There's no law that kids have to be seated in ordinary seats and ordinary desks. Let them have a huge table one day, switch it up randomly and let kids have some fun with it. Up next, cancel the things that kids are dreading. Don't be so slavish to your schedule that you can't just pop outside before the next class or run the long way around the school instead of walking the short way that you always take. Maybe have a paper fight when the recycle bin gets full. You can be silly, and if your kids help clean up, it takes 2 minutes, and it's a memory that you'll have with those kids. Up next, see your room for what it is, which is usually boring. Classrooms are seriously boring. A few motivated students with permission and butcher paper can really fix that. LEDs can make an area pop. So if you have windows, buy some chalk markers and make them into a huge canvas that kids can be refreshing and going over all the time. So the next way to be a fun teacher and have fun during your class would be to go way over the top with stories. Tell stories from your past. What was the scariest thing you've ever been through? What was the favorite trip you've ever been on? This is obvious, and most teachers do this, but if you go way over the top and you really embellish these stories, then kids want to share with you, and that can fill those awkward times. My next piece of advice, have kids teach you. So let them choose something to teach you, like a game or a dance or some terminology. Be open and laugh at yourself as you connect with your students in this doing something that they want to do. That's building relationships. That's good stuff anyway, but it's also a lot of fun. Make sure that you go places and burn energy. So most schools have somewhere near them, like a park or a stream or a forest, a prairie, something. Take a trip, go there, blaze a trail through that little piece of woods that no one goes into. Up next, show off the stuff that impresses you. Hey, check this out. There's no end to the things that impress you and things that you're excited about. Hey, look at this electric bike, and just have fun in that moment. The environment in your classroom really matters. I recommend if you get some decent speakers in your classroom, it's well worth it. They might hear that song they really like through decent speakers for the first time ever in your classroom. wow, that it blew my mind how good that sounded, because they've only been listening to music through, cell phone speakers or Chromebook speakers. The last little bit, make sure you're enjoying yourself. I'm enjoying myself making videos like this. I hope that you find it useful. And if you find it useful, make sure that you hit the like or subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to be making more stuff like this because, I think that there's a lot that could be done to make teaching better. So I hope you have a great day. Bye.